Level 1. The life that looks safe. You are 35 years old. You earn $85,000 a year. You own a 3-bedroom house outside Columbus, Ohio. There is a 2-year-old SUV in the driveway. Your child attends a good daycare. Your partner works part-time at a dental office. From the street, your life looks stable. Then Friday arrives. Your bi-weekly paycheck hits your account. After taxes, health insurance, and a small $401 contribution, you receive $2,438.17. 6 minutes later, the mortgage takes $1,846. The car payment takes another $487. By the time your coffee is ready, only $105.17. That is when the life that looks middle class begins to feel different. The lawn is trimmed. The kitchen has stone countertops. The refrigerator dispenses filtered water. On Friday nights, you can still order takeout without checking the price. Your parents call you successful. Your friends call you responsible. Your younger cousin asks how you built such a stable life, and you understand why. You have a home, a career, health insurance, a retirement account. Your partner's income helps pay for groceries and daycare, but your salary carries the mortgage, the insurance, and most of the household. You are not rich, but you believe you are safely middle class. Everything around you seems to confirm it. As long as the next paycheck arrives. Level 2. Payday restores the illusion. 2 weeks later, your second paycheck appears. The balance rises again. For a moment, the pressure lifts. Then the next round of payments begins. The monthly daycare bill takes $920. Electricity takes $168. Internet takes $74. Phone service takes $146. Car insurance takes $193. Then the credit card collects the minimum payment from a vacation you took 6 months ago. The banking app calls what remains your available balance. But almost every dollar already belongs to a bill waiting later that week. The gas tank is nearly empty. Your child needs new shoes. The grocery list is still attached to the refrigerator. And the annual property tax adjustment has increased your mortgage payment again. At the grocery store, the total reaches $214. You return a bag of coffee and choose the cheaper brand. $8 saved. That evening, you cancel a streaming service. Another $17.99 saved. It feels responsible. It feels like progress. Then Saturday arrives. Your family goes out for lunch. The check is $76. Your checking balance is lower than expected, so you use the credit card. From the outside, nothing changes. The refrigerator is still full. The SUV is still clean. The lawn still matches the neighbor's lawns. No one inside the house can see what just happened inside your bank account. And when the next paycheck arrives, the pressure fades again. Just long enough for the illusion to return. Level 3. Almost nothing is fully yours. One night, you walk through the house after everyone is asleep. The rooms are quiet, expensive. Then you begin to see them differently. The house is now worth about $385,000, but the bank is still owed $305,000. The SUV cost $38,000. You still owe $29,400. The sofa came with 12 months of interest-free financing. The bedroom furniture came with 24. Your phone is being paid off through the monthly service bill. Even the vacation photographs on the wall came from a trip that still appears on your credit card statement. You start noticing something you had never allowed yourself to see. Almost nothing in this house is finished being paid for. Every room contains another monthly obligation. You sit at the kitchen counter and open every account. Checking, $1,126. Saving, $3,840. Credit card debt, $7,600. Your retirement account contains $63,000. That number helped for a moment. Then you remember that accessing it now could mean taxes, possible penalties, and paperwork. On paper, you have assets. But tonight you have less than $5,000 that you can reach quickly. You close the banking app. You do not feel poor. This house does not resemble the version of poverty you have always imagined. It has stone countertops, filtered water, a clean SUV in the driveway, but one relatively small disruption could still force you to borrow, and that does not feel like security. Level 4. The $1,700 test. The disruption arrives on a Tuesday afternoon. The upstairs feels warmer than usual. You lower the thermostat. Nothing happens. By midnight, your child cannot sleep. The next morning, an HVAC technician opens the outdoor unit and removes a damaged component. Then he gives you the total $1,700. He says it calmly. To him, this is a routine repair. To you, it rearranges the entire month. You ask if it can wait. He shakes his head. The temperature will reach 94 degrees by Friday. You open the banking app again. Checking, $842 savings. $3,840. The money technically exists, but the mortgage is due next week. Daycare is due 3 days later. After those scheduled payments, paying cash for the repair would leave you with less than one full mortgage payment in reserve, so you reach for the credit card. The technician turns his tablet toward you. You sign with your finger. By evening, cold air moves through the vents again. Your child can sleep. Your family feels relieved. But after the technician leaves, you remain at the kitchen counter. The $1,700 receipt sits beside your phone. You read it once, then again. For the first time, your salary no longer feels like proof that your life is stable. It feels like the only thing preventing a normal home repair from becoming a family crisis. Level 5. Your salary owns your choices. The following Monday, your manager schedules a meeting titled Quick Sync. It lasts 52 minutes. One deadline moves forward. 2 new responsibilities appear. No one mentions additional pay. Your manager talks about commitment. You feel that familiar pressure behind your eyes. You have wanted to leave this job for more than a year. You imagine closing the laptop, returning your badge, waking up without checking email before getting out of bed. Then the monthly payments return to your mind. Mortgage, daycare, car payment, insurance, credit cards. You are not staying because the work still feels meaningful. You are staying because the next paycheck is already supporting expenses that cannot wait. That night, you search for other positions. One pays $12,000 less. One requires relocation. Another looks promising, but its health insurance does not begin for 90 days. You close the browser. People see your salary and assume it gives you choices. But every available choice now threatens something your family depends on. You cannot take 3 months off. You cannot accept a lower-paying job that would give you your evenings back. You cannot risk losing health coverage. You cannot tell your manager no. Your first major raise helped you qualify for the house. The next raise made replacing the old sedan feel reasonable. Your income increased, but each increase became another monthly payment before it could become protection. The house was supposed to make your family feel secure. Now the mortgage helps keep you inside a job you hate. Nothing has collapsed. Your life still looks successful. It simply cannot afford to stop moving. Level 6. The man with less. A few weeks later, you meet Daniel for lunch. Daniel used to work in your department. He earns about $68,000 a year. He drives an 11-year-old Toyota with a faded scratch across the rear door. His house is smaller than yours. His phone screen is cracked. You have always assumed you were ahead of him. Then Daniel tells you he is resigning. He does not have another job. No one is forcing him out. He simply wants 3 months to decide what comes next. You wait for him to admit he is joking. He is not. Daniel has 8 months of living expenses in cash. His car was paid off 6 years ago. He carries no credit card balance. And his mortgage is small enough for his partner's income to cover temporarily. He is nervous about leaving, but he can leave. You look through the restaurant window at his old Toyota. For years, you saw that car as proof that Daniel had less. Now, it tells you something else. No lender is waiting for part of his next paycheck. Your house has an extra bedroom. Your car is almost a decade newer, but Daniel can leave his job on Friday and still know how the next 8 months will be paid for. You earn $17,000 more than he does. Yet if both paychecks stop today, he would have far more time to decide what happens next. Your life looks better in family photographs. Daniel's life contains something those photographs cannot show. Room to recover. Level 7 7 minutes. The meeting invitation arrives at 8:12 on Monday morning. Organizational update. Minutes. Your manager is attending. So is someone from Human Resources. You understand what it means before the call begins. At 9 o'clock, your manager appears in a small square on the screen. He does not look directly into the camera. The HR representative begins reading from a prepared document. Your position has been eliminated. The decision is not related to your performance. You will receive 2 weeks of severance. Your health coverage ends at the end of the month. They thank you for your contributions. The meeting lasts 7 minutes to remove the income supporting a life you spent 10 years building. Before noon, your laptop access disappears. Email stops loading. Your calendar vanishes. Your employee profile becomes an error page. The house suddenly feels too quiet. Yesterday, your salary made you look safely middle class. Today, nothing visible has changed. The same SUV sits outside, the same furniture fills the rooms, the same family photographs hang on the wall. But the income beneath everything has stopped. Your partner's part-time pay can cover groceries and part of daycare. It cannot carry the house. You calculate the severance, then the savings, then the bills. You tell your partner you will find something quickly. Your voice sounds confident. Your stomach does not. That noon, you update your resume. By midnight, you have submitted 12 applications. For the first time in your adult life, the next paycheck has no date. Level 8, 30 days from the edge. During the first week, you attack the small expenses. Every streaming service is canceled. The gym membership is paused. Takeout stops. You return 2 unopened purchases. The cuts save less than $200 for about an hour. It feels like progress. Then you compare that number with the mortgage. During the second week, the rejection emails begin. Some arrive minutes after you apply. Others praise your background before telling you they chose someone whose experience more closely matches the role. One company offers $64,000. A month ago, you would have rejected it immediately. Now you calculate whether it is enough to keep the house. During the third week, the health insurance options arrive. The monthly premium is higher than expected. The deductible is worse. You place the envelope beneath a stack of bills. The credit card begins paying for groceries, then gasoline, then a prescription. The balance grows quietly. During the fourth week, the mortgage reminder appears on your phone. For years, that notification was routine. Now it feels like a deadline. You stand in the driveway and look at the house, the trimmed lawn, the extra bedroom, the stone countertops visible through the window. Everything that once demonstrated your success now requires money you are no longer earning. The house may take months to sell. Selling the SUV might not cover the remaining loan. The retirement account is expensive to touch, but the mortgage company still expects payment on the first. 30 days without your salary have not destroyed your life, but they have revealed how little time separates stability from crisis. Level 9, the identity renewed every 2 weeks. You sit at the kitchen counter on what used to be payday. No deposit appears, only scheduled payments. For the first time, you see the entire structure clearly. Every 2 weeks, your paycheck renewed the life your neighbors assumed you owned. The job paid for the house. The house made leaving the job harder. The SUV signals. Its payment reduced the number of risks you could afford to take. The salary made you feel secure. The expenses prevented you from pausing long enough to find out whether that security was real. You were not pretending. You worked hard. You followed the path you were given. At 22, the goal was the degree. At 26, it was the stable job. At 30, it became the house. 2 years later, the old sedan suddenly felt inconsistent with everything else you had built. So you replaced it. You completed every step, but you never calculated how long that life could continue without your labor. That number never appeared on your banking dashboard. It was the number of months your family could survive after your income stopped. Daniel had 8. You had a few weeks. He looked less successful. But one interrupted paycheck did not immediately threaten everything he had built. At 35, you understand the difference between looking stable and having room to recover. The lawn is still trimmed. The SUV is still in the driveway. The stone countertops still shine through the kitchen window. From the street, nothing has changed. Only now, do you understand that the entire picture depended on a deposit arriving every other Friday?